What's up? What's up? Good morning for all the people now jumping in. Just taking a look at the scans here. So far, I don't see anything like crazy yet. Our leading gapper is up 61%. That's TCBP. We'll see if TCBP, it looks like it might break down here. We'll see if it does trap and maybe we get a retest, maybe a VWAP. Hopefully this happens. Otherwise, we are going to be fading. And this is our leading gapper. It does have news. It is a low float. What's up, gangsta? Gangsta. Peter, what's up? Let me turn on the light in here. Hopefully we get a bounce. Hopefully we get a bounce here on TCBP. Let's take a look here at the news. I know there's news on it. Looks like TCBP announces execution of non-binding letter of intent to acquisition of NK platforms. Acquisition news though. TCBP target asset acquisition covers the yeah, I don't know. It is acquisition news. Made a move 100%. Giving back only a little bit here, about 20%. Maybe half the move. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Acquisition news never really is really hit or miss. HWH, nah, not for me. HWH, not for me. Maybe we'll get like some sort of retracement, but I don't think this is going to be the one. RELI. What the heck? So we got after hours, we got a rip, flush all the way back down into the red, and then coming all the way back up. Man, that is stressful. Longs getting obliterated, shorts getting obliterated. Oh, goodness gracious, that's crazy. This one has earnings news. HWH penny stock. Got my low bay. I'm not sure what a low bay is. RELI. It's earnings news. Seems a little bit indecisive. We're just going to see which one's going to be ripping at the open. If any. If any. GRRR. Looks like earnings. ZCMD. Don't like the pattern. I don't know. I'll put alerts on it, on some of these. If we can get back over VWAP and hold. I prefer not to trade under VWAP. This one's no volume. Guys, it doesn't look like we have much to work with today. TCBP. It's already showing signs of failure. TVGN. 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 This one. This one must be a larger float. Let me see. I don't see it on my scanner. TVGN. TVGN. 24 million. I guess that's not terribly low. The market cap is 853 million though, which is a lot. But looks like there's a lot of institutional ownership or insider ownership, which brings the float down significantly. It looks like we're getting some nice volume here for a breakout, potentially. Let's see the spread. 1 to 2 cents, 3 cents maybe, 1 to 3 cents. Not terrible. FinViz is actually showing a 14 million share float on TVGN. And dilution tracker showing 24 million. Let's see here. Let's see the news. Most recent news was yesterday. Appoints a new investor relations and corporate development. It looks like CEO, not CEO, but some sort of executive or something. Appoints a new executive. But I don't see news this morning though. So I don't know if this one's going to be it. It looks like it's already rejecting pretty hard. I wonder if I can go short. It looks like it's an SSR. Let's see if I can go short. Let's put in one share here. If it's SSR, I gotta short on an uptick. So SSR, for those of you who don't know what SSR means, that's short sale restriction. Pretty much you can only short on the ask. You can't short hitting the bid. I forget what causes the SSR. I think it's like if the stock is down, what, 10% every day or something like that for like 3 days? Something like that. What causes short sale restriction? Yeah, whenever a stock drops by 10% or more from the previous session's closing price. It prevents too much supply in a stock and levels the price action. Is it just 1 day though? I think, yeah, it looks like SSR is just from 10% decline from the prior day. So yeah, SSR could be good for us for long traders or momentum traders because they can only, shorts can only short on an uptick. Which means that they can't just be slapping the bid and manipulating the price as easy, at least. Some people, when I first started trading, I thought SSR, people thought like SSR, and I always believed it, that SSR meant that you can't even short the stock at all, which is completely false. Do you find really important the catalyst of the stock that is gapping the trade? Like, is there a specific catalyst that you won't trade even if the stock is tanking up? No, it's not really black and white. I just find trends between catalysts. a lot of times, like over time, you'll recognize, you'll be seeing a lot of the same catalysts, but with different companies, and you'll know from previous experience how much it affected the stock price and how much it's likely to affect the price again. In my experience, the acquisition news is really hit or miss. I'd say about 90% of the time, it does not cause any serious like momentum move or continuation move, maybe a small pop. And then 10% of the time, it's just like 10% of the time it does unfold into a decent move. 90% of the time it doesn't. The other news here on TVGN, appointing another executive, like that's not really a big deal. In my experience, it hasn't really caused any massive move in the stock price most of the time. I mean, yeah, we did get a nice bump here, but for continuation move, I would say likely not off of this catalyst alone. And earnings, unless the earnings is like completely far like unexpected and like bullish, most of the time it's just kind of average, like not really anything. Maybe a small jump in the price. But yeah, there's nothing specific, but over time you recognize you've seen the same catalyst over and over again, and it resolved into a certain type of move, and then you start to kind of associate that with better price action. So like positive phase 2 data, positive phase 3 data on any biotech stocks or therapeutic stocks, those for me in my experience are really good catalysts. Any sort of deal or partnership with a bigger company, any one of these small cap companies have a partnership or a deal with any big company, and it states the amount of money, say like $500 million or $300 million. That other stock that we had was some small company having an AI partnership with Google for like $300 million or whatever, something like that. That made a big move in the stock price. And that's because it's smaller company partnering with the bigger company that everybody knows about. That's usually a pretty good catalyst. And I've seen those happen time and time again. Also, just like any sort of like disease or sickness that everyone knows about and has positive news, say like lung cancer or cancer catalyst or anything like that, you want to have your eyes on as well. And then any like tech themes. So like the big tech theme right now is AI. Previously in 2020 was crypto. So kind of recognizing the themes in the current time, and any sort of positive catalyst having to do with the current theme, which right now would probably be like AI, would be something to keep an eye on as well. Or any, in 2020, anything with COVID was also big too. Any catalyst with COVID was really big. Like these stocks were going crazy, like 1,000, 2,000% on the COVID catalyst. But then, you'd have the COVID catalyst in 2022 or 2023, and it wouldn't move. The stock wouldn't move at all. So it has to do with like the timing, the theme, and kind of the current hype in the general society as well. Red to green incoming. By the way, on pre-market, you can't buy or sell from the bid, right? No. You can buy the bid. You can sell the bid. Yeah. Pre-market. Yeah. You can't do market orders. You can buy the bid. You can sell the bid. You can buy the ask. You can sell the ask, but you can't send a market order pre-market. So market orders is going to give you the best available price on the market right now. So if I send a market order at the open, it's just going to give me the best price that they have on the market. That's it. The reason I strictly focus on market orders is because you can get filled below the ask. So if I were to always be buying the bid, I would be running the risk of not getting filled on a really good quality setup. If I buy the ask, I am running the risk of ruining my risk reward because I am losing money on the spread. So if the spread is 5 to 10 cents, which is sometimes normal in some of these low float stocks, I'm already taking a loss by 5 or 10 cents by buying the ask. And if I sell the bid, you know, I'm losing money again on the bid because of the spread. But if I send a market order, there's a chance, and a lot of the times there's a chance that I'm going to get filled to the lower end of the bid and be filled instantly and not have to wait for any sort of bid orders to get filled, which likely are not, unless you have a serious offset. But if you have an offset, you know, you're still kind of losing. You could be losing some of that benefit of buying the bid anyways. So market orders get you filled immediately, and you have that chance to get filled towards the lower end of the bid or even on the bid. And then as well as getting out, you know, if you're sending a market order getting out, there's a chance you'll be getting the higher end of the spread towards the ask. So that price improvement over time really adds to the profitability of my strategy, which is why I focus on only doing market orders, and I can get in and out really quick. I don't have to wait for my order to get filled on the bid or the ask, which sometimes can influence the risk as well, because you got the risk of being in the market, exposure time. And sometimes the more exposure time you have in the stock, sometimes that can completely ruin your risk, your risk profile or your risk reward ratio by the amount of time that you're in the stock. So being able to get in and out and getting that price improvement is key to being able to have profits with this strategy. So that's sort of the rundown there. Dash Trader as market order. Yeah, so Dash Trader is just the data that I get, that I pay for. It's just a data provider. I'm still setting my order through Thinkorswim. So what happens is I use Dash Trader to hit my hotkey to buy market, and then Dash Trader sends the order through Thinkorswim, and Thinkorswim executes the order for me. That's all that happens. But Dash Trader is not a broker. But yeah, it does have market orders. For the market order hotkey, I should probably do a video on hotkeys. I know I've been getting a lot of requests for hotkey videos. I'm not going to show it here because it does have my account number on the script. Because you have to like order it, you have to like send it through your account, so it makes you put in your account number. So I'm not going to show it now, but I will do a video on hotkeys, how to set them up, and everything like that with Dash Trader. Can you copy and paste in the chat? No, I can't because that's my account number. Yeah, it's really easy though. Just go to, if you have Dash Trader, just go to your setup and go to hotkeys. Yeah, in the script it does have your account number because it makes you write in the script like which account to send the order through or send the order for. But yeah, just go to Order Script Wizard, and it's like really easy to. It's just kind of like a plug-in. It's really easy. Just plug in the stuff, and then it just hit build script, and it'll build the script for you. No longer buying and selling with you, -1 +1 offset, only market orders. Yeah, so I only do market orders unless the spread is like, sometimes on these $10 or $20 stocks or $30 stocks, the spread will be like 25-50 cents. In that case, I'm not doing market orders just because the spread is just way too big, and the chances of me just getting an ask fill and a bid fill on the way out is insane. So what I did was I increased my offset right now from 1 cent. It used to be plus and minus 1 cent offset, but on a stock that's like $20, which we had the other day, which was really good, but the spread was like 50 cents, I wouldn't get filled even though I had a 1 cent offset. So I increased it to 3 cents. So bid plus 3 cents and ask minus 3 cents on the way out. And I'm going to see if that helps a little bit more. But again, like if it's a 50 cent spread, I might need to even increase that to a 5 cent or 7 cent offset in that case. But yeah, anything over like 20 cent spread, 50 cent spread, I am definitely doing bid and ask fills, because even one trade of market orders, just risking it and hope, and like if I happen to get filled on the ask on the way in and bid on the way out, I could lose 50 cents a share or more on some of these stocks just on the spread. It's just too much. It's just too much. So, it's very rare, but I do use bid and ask still from time to time. So buying with market orders is always better than buying on the ask. Not entirely. Let's see here. So yes and no. In my case, yes, but if you're using the reason why Ross Cameron says he doesn't use any market orders, he only buys the asset, sells the bid, and that's because he says that a market order is just a blank check to the writing a blank check to the market, and I think that's because since he has such a big share size, if he does send a market order, sometimes he says that the market makers open up the spread as he sends the order in and fill them high, and then bring the ask price down for him to be underwater. So the way to counteract that for him, he says, is to only send limit orders. That way he can only get filled at one particular price with an offset. He does use offsets. So he's not having the market makers open up the market, increasing the spread, filling his market order all the way at the highs, and then filling in the gap. And now he's underwater 10-15 cents. And I guess that's because they can see his order coming in through with like 10,000 shares. And they're like, there's no way I'm filling him at that price. It's a market order. I'm going to open up the spread. He can get filled up here, and then I'm going to bring the spread down. I guess that's legal. So yes and no, market order is not always better than buying the ask. It really depends on the broker and the broker that you're using and the share size. I don't think, since Thinkorswim's not a direct access broker, the market makers can't necessarily do that for you. Can't necessarily open up the spread and see your order coming through, because you see that TOS can kind of break up the order, and sometimes you're getting filled from other TOS traders and not actually sending it to the exchange. It's just TOS just switching shares. And they break it up, and sometimes you get filled with 100 share increments. All right, so we got less than 1 minute left to the open. I don't know what I'm going to be watching. I'm just going to be sitting tight here. Maybe TCBP, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep it tight, small size into the open. Good luck, guys, and I will catch you guys later today. If nothing moves, I won't make a recap. If there's something moving, then I will definitely make a recap. So good luck.